We've had months and months of sun. We've been praying for rain, and I finally get a chance to come out detecting with Dan, and it pours down. How do you approach a new field? What are your top tips? Because it would be good to get your input. First of all, I try and look at hedgerows just to see if there's anything interesting. If there's nothing interesting, then I tend to have a look at the compass, find north, south, east, west. So a lot of these footpaths followed that orientation. You've quite often got a compass on your phone. I've got a compass on my smartwatch, and I find it really, really useful. I know that this hedgerow just here goes from north to south. And also we've got some interesting woods behind us. If you come here and have a look, you wouldn't even know this stood back there, but this goes way, way, way up. So that would have been a lookout point maybe years ago. We haven't got permission to do these woods, we've only got permissions to do the field, but I'm also noticing there's some big stones here, so maybe an old brick wall, something like that, don't know. I'm detecting with Dan over here. He's more methodical. Now Dan gets all the information, he downloads the LiDAR and things like that, so he gets really into that side of things, where I just kind of suck it and see. And another thing we need to find out, let's get in the field, see if we've got any iron. That's an important thing, because if the field's quiet, we need to walk around, try and find the iron patch, because iron means habitation. Said it a million times before, haven't we? So let's get out there with Dan and see if we can find the iron. First flaw in my plan, finding the iron. The iron's found us. This field is full of iron, which is a really good sign. Listen to that iron. I will say, if the iron's giving too many false spikes, all you have to do is go up to the ferrous volume, hit that button twice for stabilizer, stabilizer 1. Don't be frightened to turn that up to 2 or 3 if you're getting false spikes off the iron, but if you're getting a low tone off the iron, no need to touch it. This field has got a lot of iron in it, but the iron is, let's say, moderate to high. So now I need to step it up a level. I want to find the patch with the intense iron, and if I can find that, then I'm going to probably work it a little bit harder. But I think there's lots of signals here, because just doing the intro, Dan's dug about 4 targets, so I think this is going to be a busy field. We'll have that little wiggle of the coil, bring it back, and where it disappears, it's under the nose. Look at that tiny little target. It's nothing exciting, but that was deep. Nice little low conductor, 21, 22. Nice little dot in the middle, look. There you go, look, it's a tiny little button. What I was saying about the hedges being disturbed, can you see the hedges coming towards us there, and then it goes all the way around. So why didn't that hedge just come straight across in a straight line? Why does it deviate off its path? Could be going around something. Another sweet sound. 38, 39, 40. Lovely dot in the middle though, look at that. Just there. I absolutely love this 9-inch coil, this M9, but now it's easy to dig. I'm thinking in my head, I wonder what that M15 would be like, or the M18 even. I think there's something I'm going to test out. I don't know what that is, lump of lead perhaps. Another thing that might be worth considering is looking at the grass to see if there's areas where the grass hasn't quite grown the same as the rest of the grass. For example, there's a little patch here, I don't know if you can see it, whereas we've got the long grass here, we've got the long grass there, but along the centre there, I don't know, it just doesn't seem to have grown quite as well. It seems to be a little bit different. So that's another area worth paying attention to. And also, if you get down to ground level, you can see all the humps and bumps in this field. You can see the field raises up there, but I don't know if you can pick it up on the camera, but there's a high channel which runs all the way along here. There's certainly a lot of iron in this field, isn't there? Which I love, because having all this iron buzz coming through kind of keeps me on my toes. It keeps me interested. Iron. There's nothing worse than walking up and down a patch of land and not getting any feedback from the machine. This is absolutely brilliant. Iron. Never shy away from woods. If you get an opportunity to search some woodland, always have a go, because 2,000 years ago that may not have been woodland. This may have been woodland, but unfortunately we haven't got permission to do that wood, so we're sticking to the grass. But there's been some good stuff found in woods. Oh, that's a nice one. Look at that, 57, 58. Nice sweet little dot. Deep one. Oh, what's that? Can you see? Oh, 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 oh. It's a button. Can you believe that? Oh, that was a heart-stopping moment, wasn't it? I thought that was, no, let's not even mention it. Guys, it appears that YouTube aren't interested in content quality. It isn't interested in what you're doing. All YouTube's interested in is that you stay on the platform for as long as possible. So if you could do me a real favor, if you could watch the videos right to the very end, it would be really good, and it'd help my algorithm. Here we go, we're on this grass bit now. You can see where I've put my bag on the edge of it. Still plenty of iron, isn't there? I have to say, this machine is really dealing with this iron. And this is my standard hybrid two-tone program. I've done a video on this, so I can send you the links, or put the links below. Yeah, I think it would be really good to try some different coils over this field, just to get an idea of the different performance. No. No. Now, I like to use the horseshoe on, so I've got no ferrous bars coming into play here. I just like an open screen, so I can hear all that iron, I can hear what's going on, oh, thunder, and I can hear the machine. If want for no better word, the machine seems to be like breathing. Hey. Look at that, it's another button. It's got something written on it, GR. Beautiful, nice little piece that. Here we go, here comes the rain. Look at that over there. That's going to be brutal. So if you want Mr. Dead to pay you a visit, why not go out into the middle of a field in a thunder and lightning storm and swing something with a carbon fibre stem? That should do the job. So guys, what do you do when you approach a new field? What's your plan of action? It would be really good to hear from you, so please post in the comments below. And with your top tips, I'm sure you can help many other people, including myself. The rain's coming down now. Wonder how that one's going to pan out. Oh, lovely high tone, lovely squeaker. And the thunder's coming in too. Way! Love it when a plan comes together, and there it is. What is it? Oh, it's another part of a button, just the front of a button. Look, looks like there's something on it. I'll have to clean that up. And if you'd like to hone your metal detecting skills, don't forget I'm doing the one-to-one training days. Also, if you're thinking about buying a top-end metal detector and don't know what one to choose, why not book one of my one-to-ones where you can try all the machines and then make a calculated decision? How does that sound? So you can get my contact information through the Skill School website or in the comments below. I said a little while back that I was looking for patches of iron which were a little bit more intense, a lot more going on than the original iron. I think I found it. Have a listen. Oh, thunder. I'm getting a few high spikes, but nothing really I can't deal with. Look at that, they just stopped me dead in my tracks. I have to say, this machine is absolutely awesome at pinpointing with this M9 coil. That's what it is, look. It's a broken thimble. Oh well, I'll take that. Lovely. 50-51, a lovely little dot there. That'll do. Sometimes with these multi-frequency machines you dig down for a target and it disappears. I don't know why it does that. Maybe it's because you disturb the ground. I don't know. But it seems to be a trait with multi-frequencies. Here we go. Bit of silver, look. Nice silver sixpence. Yay! That's it guys, thanks for joining me. Don't forget to post in the comments below your top tips when searching a new piece of land. I've got so much work to do on this piece of land because it's absolutely massive. So I think I'm going to do a few more videos out here with different machines, different coils. There's so much to play for, isn't there? I know it's here. I've got a really good feeling. The iron's here, so hopefully we get lucky soon. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.